Well, hi guys. This is James Honeycutt with Pixelated Geek, and
Taylor Tate, also with Pixelated Geek.
excellent. And we're checking out some Battlefield 3 beta business. This is the Xbox 360 version of the game, which by all reports is graphically inferior to both the PS3 and obviously the PC version. We've been playing a little bit of it. It's gorgeous. Look at that load screen. Look how pretty that load screen is. It's a damn pretty load screen. So yeah, pretty happy with it thus far. It's impressive stuff. Oh man, that 3 days must be burning some Europeans. Goodness. So we're gonna go ahead and pop right into it and take a look at some gameplay. Taylor, your observations thus far during the multiple load screens.
So pretty. the only I guess exciting part about the main load screen was just connection with EA Online was lost. That will happen. It's just the moving smoke in the background, but I would imagine that's probably the most exciting thing that will happen.
I don't know. I'm a little worried that it might be. This game has no major hype behind it.
No, not at all. It's almost an indie title, almost.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell by the degree to which people have been chasing after the DICE people for when the beta started.
That hasn't all increased today.
Oh, Scoop! The beta has started. Scoop.
Yeah.
we just broke that right here at Pixelated Geek.
That's what we do.
It is. Okay. Just in case anyone heard that noise, that was my cat falling. Trying to run and jump on something and falling. Connection to Oh no! Look at you guys. That's no bueno.
As we both go to check Twitter to see
Immediately
if there's anything news.
is the Battlefield 3 beta, is it gone?
Already.
So we've played 2 or 3 matches thus far, and first and foremost, people are apparently really bad at this game. Because my first round, which felt like it went awfully, and frankly, let's be honest, it went awfully.
It
went
did.
awfully.
It
I still had. Was it a positive kill?
Yeah,
death
you were
ratio?
positive.
I had a positive kill death ratio in a round that went awful. It was truly awful, but it still went okay. So let's see I don't know what's happening with it thus far.
What y'all doing?
Hands-on for the Battlefield 3 beta, which is currently live and recording. So just to give you a heads up. So yeah, I mean, pretty clean thus far, with the exception of this load screen issue that we've had. So yeah. So your overall impressions of it.
It's everything I wanted and more. The gameplay is very smooth, very exciting. It's looking to be everything I was, expecting it to be. I guess.
Absolutely.
Bob, that's mine.
I'm actually a little concerned about this server issue that we've been running into. It's 3 straight.
It might just require next game.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that really quick, and let's see what's going on with it.
Of course, as we say that, it's now going to actually connect.
Yeah, that's usually how that happens.
So, also important news regarding the beta. PlayStation 3 users are going to be receiving codes via their email address. And this was announced by the DICE Community Manager. So look for those starting about 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's how PlayStation users are getting it. 360 users got it by email?
We did. We got an email with our early access. Now keep in mind this is from the Medal of Honor beta. The Battlefield 3 early access for purchasing Medal of Honor and playing it in the first week. Everyone else apparently is going open beta on the 29th.
Yes.
So
no
that'll
codes
be
required.
the real test, is whether or not, the servers stand up to that. I'm also wondering, it's been sort of protocol thus far to open a beta up pretty wide and then add in modes and maps as it goes on. I hope they're doing that.
Yeah, I would like to see vehicles or at least a different map.
Please. Not so much because this one isn't adequate, because actually I find the progression of design to be really solid on this map. This is Operation Metro, by the way, which is apparently in the French metro system. That's what I'm getting off of it. But my main concern is that, you know, Battlefield really has always historically been about the paper, rock, scissors, infantry, ground vehicle, air vehicle combat, and we're only seeing infantry stuff right now. But it plays very cleanly. It's very pretty. If it runs, when it runs, it doesn't seem to have any lag really at all. It seems to be all about your server connectivity being an issue or not being an issue, respectively.
And with dedicated servers, so that's also.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So here we go. So obviously, as you can see, yes, put me in a squad is on by default.
Which is a wonderful thing.
It is a wonderful thing, what with all the sort of squad bonuses, and especially, you know, as is Battlefield's habit, squad spawns.
And if you're coming from playing Bad Company 2, it's changed slightly. I believe you can only spawn, or at least it was my experience last round, that you can only spawn on squad leaders, which may or may not be entirely correct.
Now, granted, there's an equipment sort of answer to that with the sniper.
Yes.
As you can see, right there, the jumping over obstacles, the sort of parkour element, is present and very pretty. Taylor, you've actually got two there, and they are both coming up sides.
Yeah.
Oh, and you can see environmental destruction right there. That tree just hit, and that is, oh my god, this game. Now, there's a little graphical artifact there with the downed tree.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a little strange. Note that is not an object that is actually normally present in the environment as such. To your right, Taylor. He's behind the tree, and his friend is too.
Got one.
Well, I got one of them with a hedge. Oh, look!
Yes, unlock.
That is a sniper scope for, well, not a sniper scope, an optical scope in some way for something.
So you see, when you are killed by someone, the kill cam from, or kill cam of sorts, is back from Bad Company 2. This would be the customized kit screen. So I'm going to modify
and see if
scope.
There you go. And that looks to be a standard optical sight, probably wireframe. You've actually, your specialization isn't on, Taylor.
Ah, sprint. Yes.
Beautiful. So as you can see, different things. You can sprint without a sprint specialization.
You just sprint faster.
You sprint faster with it. It feels to me like there's some classes that you can't sprint without one of those.
I could see. Oh, I accidentally chose the wrong class. Here's an RPG shot for you.
Oh, and as you can see, just instantaneous destruction.
Almost got him.
7 lucky farts. As you can see, the internet has not been improved with the release of the Battlefield 3 beta.
No, that's not going to change.
It is what it is.
Yes. Make sure I got that with the scope. No. Oh, no, it's on. Yeah. So this is the spawning or deploy screen. You can choose between my one and only squad mate, Lunchbox, or the traditional defender spawn point. Give this a go.
He's the loudest person I know. Have you noticed that? He really is.
So, yeah, there goes one objective. And it seems like...
So that's that scope that you have on there is not a red dot nor a traditional, well, it kind of vaguely an ACOG, but it looks far more like a ranged sniper scope.
Yeah, it looks like a, I don't know, I don't want to use the phrase non-technological, but it's a basic scope. It's nothing.
Wireframe scope.
Yeah, it's just, there's no lights on it. It's kind of dark if you're in a shadowy area.
Yeah. It's a very, very screen invasive scope as well.
Yeah, yeah. So,
but I mean, you can see what you need to see. Okay, so we progress to the second phase of this. This is squad rush mode. So if you've never played it before, you as offense or defense are either trying to take or defend a number of points on a map, 2 each, and the defenders have a number of cover advantages. So basically, this second phase here is actually in the underground,
which has taken some damage given the fires and stopped tram.
And you can see a lot of the focus on this area is with a very like heavy atmospheric lighting system, very blues, reds, oranges, which is the sort of visual factor that it looks like they're going for. That effect right there is an indicator of the suppression and damage effect.
Yes.
So you get one of the new things about this title is a suppression effect on screen. When you're firing in and around someone, they have trouble seeing and focusing, which obviously is actually somewhat realistic. And so that's certainly something tactically that you can look at. You do gain bonuses for suppressing enemies. If you're suppressing an enemy that's killed, there's that there. So that adds even another tactical element to the screen. I see that you switched away from that scope. Not a fan of it in the close quarters.
No, really. In a situation like this, I would probably switch to a some machine gun or a shotgun. But I'm trying to get some progress on the assault rifle to see some new unlocks. Which the unlocks are they're restricted to the experience of the playtime you use with each specific kit. It's not across all of them.
Yeah, not in the way that Call of Duty is, for instance. But a similar progression system to Bad Company, if I remember.
Yes. And I'm going to use the Engineer kit just because I do want to see that RPG down a tunnel shot.
Yeah, because that really is thus far easily the most entertaining thing
it's
in
magical.
the game. It's absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, if you've looked at any of the video present online, the vast majority of the video of Battlefield is the PC version, running on an unbelievably expensive and effective rig. You stopped a kill streak.
I did. Oh, I didn't even know I killed someone. I just threw it because I knew there was going to be someone there.
But so as you can see, the 360 version of the game, not quite as visually stunning as what you're expecting, but you can still see those lighting effects there. There's somebody to your right, Taylor. And I don't know who he is, but he's a persistent, and it's likely Rambo, because you just dropped an RPG and like 9-10 rounds on it.
Oh, and see also the new system of receiving points for squad mates spawning on you.
Almost everything about this game is very, very team centric.
Oh.
He was
and there's being prone for you.
There is that. Yes,
He's
yes.
hiding in garbage bags.
Prone has returned for the first time in, my God, is it 10 years? Battlefield 2 was the last game that featured it.
2142.
21. Oh, you were correct.
Don't
21.
forget that
I
game.
and I loved that one.
I do.
I mean, I still probably play that one the most because Titan mode to this day.
Oh.
God, that is my favorite multiplayer mode. Like, I can't think of a multiplayer mode I like more than that. Like, it factored, I mean, it had all of the advantages of Conquest plus, like, a base attack mode.
That could move and shoot and just rain down death upon everything underneath it.
That was excellent. I don't know why that game was not played more than it was.
I try and help it as much as I can.
Yeah. I'm sure it helps that that's one of the few things that's available to you Mac gamers.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what we saw there was, although I think it sounded like the actual timer for the charge had ended, but because we were defusing, it didn't go off. I don't know if that's actually true. And yes, here's another RPG shot down the tunnel.
Just one more time.
Watch the lighting effects as it. Oh, one came towards me as well.
Oh, you couldn't see it, and that's sad because.
Right.
Okay.
First, that guy.
Oh. Again, with the sassiness. I mean, we're just decidedly durable people. Not camping there this time. No. There, to your right. Knife kill.
Yes. First one I've ever done.
Go.
There we go.
And now you have his dog tags, which is a feature that was present in a number of the PC Battlefields, as well as Bad Company 1 and 2. It's supposed to be a bragging rights thing. I think it's funny because I don't feel like Battlefield gamers really go in much for bragging rights. So good lord.
That was a lot of RPGs.
That was all of the rockets that there could have been in one location. So on the whole, I mean, I have to say I'm ecstatic about this game. I mean, it does one of the things that Battlefield has always done, which is really emphasize teamwork. It's a beautiful game. It controls relatively fluidly. I mean, I still think that one of the things that will happen, we are not going to see. Well done. Well, yay. Red dots. Yes, red dots. God, I love red dots. One of the things that you're not going to see, I think, and you can tell this from Squad Rush, is that this game is not going to replace Call of Duty.
No.
For any of the Call of Duty faithful. If you were a Battlefield fan, you're going to love it. You're going to love it more than you've loved any other one. But if you are a Call of Duty aficionado, this doesn't have the liquid gameplay. It doesn't have the the unbelievably fast run and gun business. It doesn't. He's so dead. Disappointing.
You cannot cook grenades. So.
You can't cook grenades, which I think they might want to. They might want to address that because
I would like to be able to cook
you
grenades.
can cook grenades in real life, and I think one of the things that Battlefield really suck it Trebek. Oh yes, yes again hasn't changed the internet. There's a guy over there, to your right.
Yep. Oh, he went in.
In the yes, he's quite dead.
This charge is still going.
Oh, and you can see some of the beautiful, beautiful damage effects oh, good lord. I don't want to call it plywood because it's not. It's some sort of composite board, but it's not plywood. Regardless, as you can see, it's fractured. But yeah, I don't think you're going to see the Call of Duty faithful flocking to this.
I think you'll see them buy it and play it, but they're not. It's not going to replace Call of Duty.
Not for them.
No.
And honestly, probably not for the intermediate gamer. I mean, I don't see this.
Oh, okay, yeah. There's an example of the bipod on the light machine gun being deployed.
Yeah, I just don't think you're going to see this game blow up the way that. Oh, that's fun. The way that I think we all kind of hoped that it would. I mean, I think it's a better game. I enjoy these games more and always have, but I've always been a Battlefield fan. I've always much preferred Battlefield. So is the dog tag the sort of customization element that Call of Duty's, nameplates are?
Yes.
Okay. There, look out.
I don't know if you could hear it, but the grenade, as it hit the floor again, made a metallic kind of jingling noise. Not traditional grenade sound, not traditional grenade sound, but they've done their work on the sound development of this game.
Yeah.
It sounds wonderful.
That's been one of the things that Battlefield has always done really well, I think, is marry itself to, emergent tech. As we can see, there's some beautiful light shimmer effects. There's some great work with the number of lighting origin areas. The sound is really solid. Though a lot of the physics are good, but as you can see there, you literally threw that ammo box through him. It didn't bounce off him. It went through him. But there, I mean, beautiful destruction, and destruction really is something that once we figure out what can and cannot be destroyed in the game will really be a factor in in strategy in this title. Were you trying to place your...
Yes. There we go, and a suppression assist right there.
Yeah.
I was trying to deploy the bipod.
Right.
I think that'll just take some learning as to what you can bipod on and what you can't.
Right. Always a good call. Always a good call.
Oh, wow.
That's a shame. That
Yes.
I don't know that I buy that.
And there's also on the screen when I'm on the live next, you'll see there's actually a constant display of your health percentage. So instead of just going off of how much strawberry jam is on my screen, there's actually a number in the bottom right of my ammo counter.
Which is funny because that's something that has been considered to be archaic for a while, but I find in multiplayer titles like this and TF2 in particular is advantageous.
Oh yes. And I'm quite tired of the strawberry jam effect.
I agree. I think it's oh my god.
That's a lot of people.
Good lord. It's a habit like a lot of other things. Like, you remember for a while, right after Gears came out, I think Naughty Dog did it best when they added this modern filter to games that made everything gray, blurry, with a lot of really sharp reds.
Yeah.
For a good while there, after Gears came out, that was what everything looked like. And I think the strawberry jam effect, like you said, Jesus, Taylor. The strawberry jam effect is something that I think you'll see might go away over time.
I hope so.
I mean, I still think it's valid because I think it's a decent representation of what would happen to you as you take physical damage.
Yeah, it's valid. I
much prefer the grayed out screen and like the veins in the eyes blinking on it. But still, I mean, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of another.
And the team play component and necessity of this game has not changed. If you don't work with your team or your squad, the whole team is going to suffer. And there's no reason not to work as a squad. Like, this fellow just resurrected his teammate through an oddly broken animation.
Yeah, and note, now, wait, hold on. Was this person in Bad Company 2? The ability to reject a squad revive?
That was not.
Yeah,
but it is in this
I
one.
thought that was new.
Yeah.
You have the ability to say, nah, brah, don't tase me. I would rather remain dead and respawn elsewhere. Which, I mean, tactically is advantageous.
Because you had what was called Rambo revivers in Bad Company 2, where you would just constantly see a squad mate reviving someone, in front of a tank, and it just didn't help anyone besides the two people getting points, which wasn't you because you kept dying over and over.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they put that in there. So in Operation Metro, we don't see vehicles of any kind, at least so far.
Yeah, which is quite disappointing to me. I mean, because I think, to me, Battlefield is the conquest gameplay. It's about balancing your different offensive weapons. But hopefully, as the beta goes on, look at that. Hopefully, as time goes on, we'll see more game modes added to the beta. I mean, hopefully, we remember that they said September and it dropped September the 27th, 29th. Hopefully, they'll run this beta a decent span of time.
Yes.
I mean, they can't run it
forever
because the game comes out on the 25th.
I would like them to.
I would like them to as well.
And we saw this map does have vehicles in it, at least from what we saw in the alpha.
Yes, that's true.
So I don't think it's too much to expect that they would add them back in.
And as with every other Call of Duty,
Call of Duty?
Look
Really?
at me right now.
Wow.
Look at me right now. As with every other Battlefield title, you can see there's a tremendous amount that you can do to help your team, not by getting kills. Moving in this direction of making games more about working with people than solo run and gun. I mean, this game rewards you for everything you do that benefits your team. Hey, there you go. That's the accept revive, and it was too bad because everybody died. I love the rocket effects.
I do.
I love it.
As
They're
you
beautiful.
heard, it made both of us go, oh,
Whoa.
as a rocket comes flying at you.
Yeah. That screams to me that between visuals and audio, you're doing it absolutely correctly.
There we go.
And there's a victory. All right, Taylor, you want to do a quick postscript? I mean,
this game is I don't want to overly praise, but it's amazing. I am thoroughly enjoying my time playing it. The open beta starts on the 29th. There's no reason why you shouldn't try it out because it's going to be a free open beta. That's what it's there for. It's even if you've never played the old Battlefields, if you've just played the Bad Company games, this is a game you can pick up, play, and enjoy because it carries over some of the newer characteristics from Bad Company series while also still having something there for the older Battlefield fans to enjoy.
Absolutely. It's beautiful. It controls well. It's got a lot of varied gameplay. No matter how much you like any one particular aspect of FPS gameplay, there's an element of it in this game for you. There's, as you can see, just a ton of stat tracking and unlocks that you can jump on. Yeah, I mean, for open beta, try it. There's no reason not to play it. I mean, there's absolutely no reason. Battlefield 3, developed by DICE Interactive, published by EA, will be dropping the 25th of next month. So check it out. And for Taylor Tate, this is James Honeycutt. Thanks very much for watching.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys soon. All right, bye.